Say hello, Lucy, wherever she is. Today I'm going to be filming a Get Ready With Me and also answering some questions that Americans have for Australians. Or Twitter has for Australians, as per this list. Not the most creative idea, but yes, I have Lucy in the background somewhere. I'm sure she'll join us at some point. I'm kind of racing against the daylight here. Okay, so first question we have is, why do Australians call it Macca's? And that's a very, very simple question. It's shorter, it's easier to say than McDonald's. I'm pretty sure there's quite a few other places that have shorter names for McDonald's, so yeah. And there used to be a McDonald's that just said Macca's here in Melbourne, but it got knocked down to build a train station, which is depressing. It was iconic. Why do Australians walk around the supermarket barefoot? Well, I personally don't, that's kind of gross, but in hotter places, sometimes people just don't wear shoes. Just not at all. I think it's just the laid-back culture. Why do Australians say going for a feed as if they're cattle? That's a good question. I don't know, I think sometimes it's just like we like to say things that sound a little bit strange and fun, but I would say it comes from culture of farming. But to be honest, it's just fun to say. Same kind of thing with Mac. Why do Australians call flip-flops thongs? Like, what do they call thongs? Well, we call thongs G-strings. And why do we call them thongs? That's just what they're called. They're kind of a similar shape if you think about it. But some people do say that the underwear is a thong as well. There's just two types of thongs. Why do Australians have to shorten everything? Does arvo mean avocado or afternoon? Okay, well it does have a V in there, but if you pronounce it, it doesn't sound anything like avocado, so that should give you the answer. But it's just easy to say. Why the F do Australians drink alcohol out of their shoe? I don't know, it's kind of gross. It's just kind of a fun thing to do, and shoey sounds fun. I'm not sure how many people actually do that. I've never actually witnessed it, I've just heard of it. I think it's one of those things that like everyone talks about, but no one really does very often. If that makes any sense. Why do Australians put chicken salt on everything? Because it's delicious, that's why. That's a simple one. Why don't you put chicken salt on everything? I'd put that in my salad if I could. Why the fuck do Australians call it bouncy castles? People call bouncy castles jumping castles, that's so lame. As if bouncy castles isn't lame. They're both lame. Why do Australians insist of calling tracksuit pants tracky dacks? Is it really our life goal to make everything sound unappealing? Well, maybe you shouldn't be wearing tracksuit pants all the time, because they are unappealing as well. But it also sounds funny, so why not? Why do all Australians go to Bali? It's cheap. Why do Australians keep punching sharks? Things down there are crazy. Well, self-defense. And it gets rid of the shark, so why the hell not? Why do Australians even go to zoos? Well, believe it or not, there are animals outside of Australian animals, so yeah, and it's nice to see an animal that's contained and not trying to murder you, I suppose. Why is your money so colourful? It's currency, not a fashion contest. Well, it's easy to identify. Isn't that kind of obvious? Like if you look in your wallet, you can just see, oh, there's a 5, it's purple. There's a 20, it's red. Like, obviously. Also, why is it made out of plastic? Why is yours made out of paper? I think that's the biggest question. It can break so easily. It's also really hard to cut our money unless you're intentionally trying to do that, so it just makes a lot more sense, in my opinion. Did you really put kangaroos on your coins? Yes. Yes, we did. My question is, what did you put on your coins? I don't even know. There's actually a lot of animals on our coins. Most of them have animals. Is anything available in your country? That's a good question. I can't give you any answer for that because it's really frustrating. You guys ever hear of shirts? Well, yes. Clearly. Even though this is a dress, but it gets hot, so people don't wear shirts. A lot of people live near the beach, so yeah, they're not wearing a shirt. How much bagged wine do you people drink? Hey, if there is wine that's that cheap and comes in a reusable bag, why wouldn't you buy it? Most alcohol over here is super expensive. Goon is not. Have you guys ever made it through a sentence without swearing? On YouTube we definitely have, but swearing is an important part of the culture. If someone doesn't swear around you, they don't like you. They don't trust you. What's up with the Celsius? Who do you think you are, England? Well, if you haven't noticed, the rest of the world uses Celsius, so we are part of that. Catch up. Why are your pharmacies called chemists, and why don't they sell beer? Well, firstly, why do yours sell beer? That's incredibly strange. And there is enough places to buy alcohol in Australia. We don't need it in chemists because that's for healthy stuff. And chemists because, I don't know, chemistry or something. I mean, there are places where they call them pharmacies, but everyone just calls it a chemist. I don't know, chemicals, medicine, something like that. Why do you call ketchup tomato sauce and charge for it? I hate places that do that, they're the worst, and we still call things ketchup. We still call tomato sauce ketchup, but it's generally tomato sauce. There's tomato sauce and tomato paste. Tomato paste is something that would go on a pizza, and then sauce is something that would go on chips. If that makes any sense to you. Why do you call Burger King Hungry Jack's? And why do you call breakfast brekkie? Okay, that's completely unrelated, but Burger King, I think when they came here, there was already a shop called Burger King. Take the name Hungry Jack's instead, so that's it. Honestly took me a long time to figure out that they were actually Burger King. I thought it was just something else entirely. And breakfast brekkie We've spoken about this. Everything's shortened and easy to say. How is high your second lowest fire danger rating? Well, there's always a chance for a fire, really. It's like, oh, maybe, and then probably. The bush just burns so much, and the trees are super flammable, so there you go. If there's trees around, there's probably going to be a fire at some point. Why do your pigeons look like this? That is not a pigeon, that is a bin chicken, and that's disgusting. Don't insult pigeons like that. These guys are the scum of the earth. And how is the one creature you can't kill outlawed? Rabbit keeping. Oh, I had a pet rabbit when I was little, but I can imagine some parts of Australia, they don't like rabbits. And that makes sense because they are freaking everywhere. Though, I would believe that there is a big difference between wild rabbits and domesticated rabbits. Okay, so the last one, now that I've finished up everything. Why do Australians pronounce no as no? That's a really funny one, and I feel like it started recently. My sister started to pronounce ow as ow. I don't really know why it's like that, but like as soon as I started mocking her and saying it ironically, I caught myself pronouncing it as ow unironically, and now I can't stop doing it. So it's very contagious to Australians, apparently, this way of speaking. Even though I can't say no, as how they've written it here, but yeah. I hope you enjoyed watching this video and watching me race against the daylight to try and get my makeup done. But if you enjoyed this video and want to see me make more like Australian content, please leave a like down below and let me know. A comment maybe. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to pry Lucy away, but I'll just say goodbye, Sarah, and I'll see you next time. Bye.